Alright, what is up YouTube? Welcome back to another Warframe showcase video. Finally, we have the Vauban Heirloom skin. And this isn't a showcase that I should have done a couple weeks ago, but I pushed it back for the retouch and the Heirloom skin, which I love. These are my colors. Um, and good thing too, because there's been a bit of a retouch for Vauban, which we're going to be going over. So, yeah. Vauban, for those of you who don't know, is a deployable type character. He likes to throw balls and shit. It's super cool. I like his kit. I imagine with the retouch, he's gonna be really fun to use. He's gonna be like a lot more usable, more enjoyable now because he's always had a fun kit, but he's gone through like a lot of changes. And now that they've sort of streamlined his abilities, it should be really fun. Um, Anyways, I'm in a new simulacrum, by the way. I got this where I don't know where I don't remember where I got this. This Grenier thingy. So yeah, I'm gonna compare his stats. I am using Vauban Prime. I'm gonna compare Vauban to Vauban Prime. And what else are we gonna do? I'm gonna showcase his abilities separately. And we're gonna go into a mission, go into live demonstration, which is optional if you don't wanna stay there. I'm gonna show you how he synergizes with his abilities, how to use them and stuff, and yeah. Okay, so on to comparing the stats. Right now we are using Vauban Prime. Gonna go all the way down to regular Vauban. I wonder who's that. Ooh, Volt's next. Oh yeah. Wait, I already did Volt. Wisp is next. Oh yeah. Let's go. Am I missing someone? Baruna is who's next. Okay. Anyways, um, so looking at the stats, the bottom right, has health stays the same at 270. There is a little bit of a shield disparity because I do have Archon shards on my Vauban Prime. So shields go up from 180 to, I believe, 260. That's what it should be, I think. His armor goes up from 160 to 210. Energy is at 175, and he has a sprint speed of 1. So Vauban Prime gets a buff in the armor and shield category. Everything else is the same. And yeah, let's get into his abilities. So going on to his passive. His passive, basically, he deals 1.25 times damage on incapacitated enemies. Um, the way I interpret that is people also affected by like electric procs because of his first, but yeah, I don't understand what it means by incapacitated enemies. I wonder if we can see something here. No. Wait, what? No. Yeah, no, none of that. So that's basically what he does. I guess if they're asleep or they're stunned or something, he'll deal more damage to them. So there's that. Going over to his first ability, which I'm gonna talk about and go over. Essentially, what he does. Who are we gonna want to use here? We'll use Corpus. Pause. We'll keep it at 30. Confirm. Okay, so essentially what he does is if you can tap it to just throw like a ball down. But what you can do and what I'm going to do is you can hold it and he'll start juggling them. And essentially each one of these will seek out enemies that will shock targets and stuff. I believe with the retouch they made it to where they're more spread out. So like if I throw them here, they're gonna start hitting different targets. They're gonna seek out enemies, as you can see. So there's some shocking there, some shocking there, and yeah, they'll go around till they release their charges. I believe they each have like 15 shocks or something that they can do. But they're very good at crowd control, and even for level 30 enemies, they're dealing a lot of damage. So yeah, they don't run out until all the charges are expended. And because it also is electric damage, I know I said it like that. It does stun enemies, and it does the electric proc does chain to other enemies. So small, a little bit of crowd control and everything. There's a lot of usefulness to this. So There's that. Plus, I believe it also helps with his passive, so just keep that in mind. Can I get rid of these? Must spawn more higher level enemies so that I can get rid of them. So just give me 1 second while I do this. Confirm. And be free. Yeah, you see that on the way. They're like little rollers. I like them. Right now we'll go over the second ability, which did get another retouch. As you can see on the second ability, by the way, well, it does spread out more. There is no wheel to cycle through. It's now a tap and hold type ability, which we'll go over here in a bit. I want them to expend charges. Yeah, they're done. Okay, so the tap version is the tether and the flechette. So this is me tapping it. There's that. Thank you to Pablo for not changing the bug damage numbers. It makes this ability a lot more usable, a lot more fun. So that's what that looks like. Essentially, it tethers enemies down, and now it also releases like the little flechette orbs, which it launches a lot of needles that seek out enemies, and they do a lot of damage at scales. So it's really good. Once again, these are like level 60 enemies, and it's dealing good damage. And if enemies are moving around, it's just gonna hold them down. So yeah, there's that. I think you can have like 3 of these out at a time, so you can really lock down a room. Anyways, can I get rid of these? No, I can't. Okay, so there's that. I'm gonna go over the overdrive ability real quick. I'm gonna touch up because I'm not familiar with it since I've never used it much. I know overdrive and vector pad, one gives you a damage buff, the other gives you a speed buff. And over here at base, we're looking at a speed boost of 27.5 meters, base 25. Speed multiplier 1.25, damage multiplier, it goes 1.25, but because I have a little bit of a buff, it goes into 1.27, so that's what you're gonna see here. So I'm gonna spawn in some enemies. And these are just temporary buffs, by the way. They're nothing too crazy. So you see a little pad like that. If you're running, you just get a little bit of speed boost. And you hold on to that boost for, what is it, like 30 seconds? Let me do it again. Or like 25 seconds. And I get like a little bit of a damage increase as well. And yeah, that's pretty much all there is. Very good ability in my opinion. It's a good way to... They did a very good job streamlining it, and I like it. It feels good. Now going on to the third ability, which is really fun. It is an orbital strike. Essentially what you do is you throw it on a beacon and you summon an orbital strike to come strike or to come smite your enemies. So smite me, almighty smiter. There you go. With the retouch, it does guaranteed blast proc, so it does even more damage. And because we're going up against Corpus, it'll do even more damage against the robots. For you to see that again. As Bruce Almighty says, smite me, almighty smiter. I love it. That's pretty much all there is with that ability. Now, what I'm very interested in, because they did say that we're going to remove the cap on the fourth ability, which has 2 functions. You can toggle the second one if you put the first one up, but we'll get into that here in a bit. So we're gonna throw in our Bastille. Our Bastille is something that is gonna suspend the enemies up in the air. It used to be limited to 12. Now we have 20, so we're gonna see if we can lift them all. If the duration on the Bastille runs out, it'll turn into a vortex and suck people in for a certain amount of duration. But also if you hold down your 4, what will happen is it will automatically just turn into a vortex and keep it there till the duration ends. So there's that. So we're gonna show you the Bastille first and how it kind of just looks. Oh my god, we picked everyone up. And yeah, so as this is going on, you're gonna strip armor, you should be stripping shields, but I don't think it's doing that now. Um, and as it collapses in, you're gonna just do that. That's pretty much what you do if they turn into a vortex. But that's pretty much what that does. It's very good crowd control ability. You can have up to 3 around. So I throw 1, 2. Oh, I'm out of energy. 3. It's about, that's as much as you can have out. Because if I throw another one out, it's gonna cancel out the first one. Yeah. And that after ability is the vortex, which you can, if you want to throw it, you can just hold down the ability midair, or whenever you want. You can also toggle the vortex from where it's at. So like, if I do this right and I have that out, I toggle it. Oh god! If I hold it, it'll turn it into a vortex, which can suck up a lot of enemies and stuff. And if you just want the vortex, which I'm gonna wait for them to run out because they're almost out. If you want to just summon the vortex, if you can disappear now, you just hold down the ability and there's a vortex. You can have up to 3 of them out, and like I said. And that's pretty much about it. The same thing, like I said, it goes with the flechette. You can only have 3 out, as you can see. Oh, you can have more. Oh. Well, I guess you can. Okay, of these you can have 4 of the Bastilles. I think you can only have 3 out, or they said you can have 3 Bastilles and 3 Vortexes out. Or, I don't know, it's weird. But yeah, you can have a lot of these things out. And that's pretty much how that plays out. Right now we're going to go into the modding portion of the video. So, I do just want to say, this isn't anything sort of meta. And this is for people who are barely picking up Vauban. This is for people who are looking to have a template on how to even build them, so you can go on your own. I don't believe in meta in Warframe. You build with whatever works for you, whatever you need. And this is also meant, like I said, for beginners or people who are on their journey through the star chart, maybe before the new war. Because after the new war, you already know what's going on with the game, right? So this is sort of like the beginner slash mid game players or people who are barely picking them up, who don't know what to expect. This is for them, okay? If I use a set mod, you can get those off the bounties and Cetus, Fortuna, and Demos. Obviously, different sets are in different places. If I use a primed mod and you don't have one, keep an eye out for Brocketeer. And the base one will work just as fine. And if I use a corrupted mod, those are simple to get. All you gotta do is join a clan, build the corrupted hollow keys, and then go to Demos and do the vaults. So just a heads up on that. And yeah, this is gonna be sort of like a beginner slash mid game player friendly build. So let's get into it. Okay, so what I haven't formatted him. I haven't formatted his prime, so that's how he comes. So knowing what I know based on what I showed you, what do I want to go for as a new slash beginner player? Oh, we're gonna start with the most important mod slot here, which is the aura slot. Auras, by the way, if you don't know how to get, some will drop out as loot, others you can get them through bounties. The majority of them you can get them through Nora's Nightwave. If you just keep an eye out in a cred shop, you should have some. And they cycle through every week, so not that hard. Basically with how spammy he is and how energy intensive he is, I am gonna throw on Energy Siphon. So go with that so I can generate passive energy. Now, knowing his abilities, I am going to want to go with range and strength. So we're going to throw on flow for more energy to cover our duration for the Bastille and the Vortex. I'm going to throw on prime continuity. Continuity, if you have it, is really good. If you don't, any sort of mod that increases duration is really good. Just to cover this base for our survivability, we're going to throw in Vigor, which is a mod I stand by. I believe it's a login reward, so if you have a chance to get it, get it. If not, you can go with redirection or shields, whatever works for you, whatever you have available to you. But that's what I'm gonna go with there. If you also have vigor, is also really good. This is the same thing. It's just not as potent as a prime variant. So there's that. So now we have our survivability covered. We have the duration and energy covered. Now we go into what we want to mod for, which on this one I'm gonna go with range and strength. So we're gonna start off with the range. We're gonna go with, where is it at? I'm gonna go with stretch. What does this do? Did they change it? Oh, nice. Okay. I'll go with auger reach for more range. Then I want to throw on some intensify for some strength. Where you at? Um, Throw on intensify for the strength. We could use more strength. So I don't mind. Me personally, I don't mind cutting into the duration a bit. So I'm gonna go with transient fortitude. So we'll have more strength. We still have 125 duration, so our duration is a bit longer than base, so it's fine. And then what should we go for the last mod? We have 10 and below, so what is something we can do? Nah. Um, we can go for more duration. Nah. I'll just throw on Augur Secrets for more strength. Augur Secrets and all this stuff. This set mod, you can get it in Cetus bounties, so just farm your bounties, you'll get them. So that's what we're gonna run with. So even now with this setup, we're looking at 214% strength, 175% in range, and we have a duration of 125%. So our abilities last longer, they hit more, and they cover more ground. If you want to swap out Augur Secrets, what you can do if you want to lean in more on the range, and if you have this mod, you can throw on another range mod, or you can throw on Overextended, which will cut into your strength, but you'll cover more ground, especially since there's no cap on the fourth. It should be a lot more useful. Oh, where is, did I pass it? It's right here. So yeah, just keep that in mind. Now, I do want to show it off, but I think it would be better if I go on a mission and show you how this loadout plays. So let's do that. Real quick before we get into it, just so I can show you my stuff, what I'm running with. I'm gonna equip my Doge. We'll throw on Hunter. What I'm running with, because I'm not gonna run with this. Usually I run with my builds, but what I'm running with on my end is this. Something similar. I'm running Energy Siphon for the passive energy regeneration, Continuity Flow for the duration and the energy. I'm running Augur Secrets and Amar's Hatred for strength. I'm running Umbral Intensify for strength. Umbral Vitality just to boost the Intensify since it's a set mod. I'm running Overextended for more range, and I'm running Augur Reach. And these are what my stats are looking like. So I'm running at 150 duration, 220 range, 139% in strength, and I'm running Molt Augmented for that additional 24% in ability strength. And I'm running Multi Efficiency for more duration on my abilities when my shields are up. So yeah, this is pretty juicy for me. That's what I run. This is what I recommend you all. If you want something to start with, it's definitely interchangeable. You can change whatever you need. If you don't have these mods, you have something to grind for. But yeah, that's what we're gonna go with. And yeah, I'm gonna go into my ship, start a mission, and we'll get to it. So give me 1 second. Back on my ship. By the way, if you made it this far, feel free to leave a like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think about Vauban. And yeah, we'll see what we can do Be sure to run your alerts, your Daggeth alerts, if you haven't had the chance to get them yet.
Operator, did you hear that? It said.
What do I want to run? Let's see if there's anything special here. Nope. Okay, you know what we will do? A mobile defense on Sedna. I'll keep it friends only. Um, hmm. By the way, this is where. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We'll do that too. Um. This is where I do start yapping. By the way, so if you're not interested in hearing me yap, hope you enjoy the gameplay. But I'm gonna talk about some other stuff because I am super excited and I had a hard time choosing what I wanted to play. Right now is a really good time to be a gamer. Freaking Battlefield has Season 2 coming up.
This is a mobile defense mission. You must deliver payloads and defend a number of locations while I break into the network.
Overwatch just had a massive update,
I can't do this without you.
which I'm loving, by the way. That freaking cat is a bane of my existence, but it's funny watching them go around. And what else? And then I was looking forward to this update with Vauban and his retouch because I like what they're doing with his kit. Yeah, like I said, the fourth ability does strip armor. Oh my god, I'm about to die. So it's best to just keep an eye on that. It's weird that some enemies are getting through. There should be a cap on this. There shouldn't be a cap on the enemies that are enemies that are lifted up. So it's very interesting. Yeah, no, I'm super excited because there's a lot of stuff going on. Also, I made a. Oh my god, I messed them up. I am also playing Helldivers again. I did my first couple of missions yesterday, and that shit is insane, man. We are in Cyberstan. I witnessed one of my squad mates get like his head kicked in by those cyborgs, which are insanely strong. Those dudes just run up at you and kick you in the face. I'm not even joking. That is crazy what they do. I saw someone of my teammates literally get his head kicked in. I'm not even kidding. It was so gruesome.
I need access.
And he was the last alive too. And I was like, damn.
Find one and patch me in.
Yeah, I've been having fun gaming. I'm not gonna lie. I have a lot of fun things planned. And I'm also off, so I'm gonna be getting more videos out while I'm gonna be working on videos while I'm off. And I'm gonna be hopefully getting you those out. There should be a video coming out Friday, maybe Friday. Because this is gonna come out tomorrow. Because right now I'm recording it is Wednesday. And I just got home from work and I started recording late. That's why it's not going up like right away. Yeah, super excited to do that. For Helldivers, what I plan to do is I'm gonna make a compilation of my experience during this certain battle for Cyberstan. I think we already completed the major order, which was scrapping those freaking clankers. To allow SAH soldiers to come in. But I'm gonna do that at the end of every like major event. Like I wanted to do that for the battle for Super Earth, but I couldn't have any good footage, so yeah. And also I got back into Overwatch at the right time. I've been playing it like on my own for a while, and I love it. I love that Overwatch world. And I love that they're expanding the lore and everything. It's super fun.
Keep moving.
By the way, you want to use a vortex for crowd control. If you're like surrounded, you need to protect the point. Oh my god. You need to do that. Is this not modded? Oh my god, I took my vector pad, that's why. Alright, well, yeah. I didn't do that. Nerd. What else? That's pretty much what I gotta say. Also, I've started playing the first Descendant for Dia. If you play the first Descendant, highly recommend you check it out. The modding is, to me, is very complicated. It's nothing compared to Warframe. I know a lot of people like to compare it to Warframe as like the Gunner game of like Warframe, but I mean, it's a really fun game. I've been super excited to get back into it. I took some time off it. I took some break, but I love the whole story they got going on with Dia and stuff. Well, definitely worth checking out if you haven't played in a while. What happened to my thing? Y'all saw me deploy it, right? Yeah, I'm playing a lot of games right now. I'm super excited. Oh, I freaking held it down instead of tossed it. Also, I fixed my controller, so I no longer have grips. I got a new one. So that means I can start playing like Fallout and stuff. I can start getting back into War Thunder, and I am super excited for all of that. That dude got knocked back. Jesus. What is going on?
The odds were against us, Tenno, but we did it. Mission complete.
Y'all need to get on out of here. Get on, geek. I keep holding it instead of pressing the freaking... That's gonna take some getting used to. Man, I want this hammer to be so good, but it's not. Okay, so we are in the extraction, alright. And yeah, that's pretty much what I gotta say, what I gotta catch up with y'all. Hope y'all have been good. Oh, we are on the road to get to 100 subscribers, which is something I want to do by summer. So if you're in this part, you made it this far, consider subscribing, man. I love yapping. I'm a huge gamer, dude. I love having fun. And yeah, let me know what you want to see. I'm gonna be bringing to you a lot more content. I'm gonna be bringing more some Battlefield videos. I'm gonna be obviously covering Warframe and its updates. Definitely bring some stuff from Overwatch, Helldivers. A lot of things that I'm gonna be bringing forward to y'all. And yeah, I just need to get to 100 subs soon. Hope we get there by summer. So I'm already February. And by the way, time is going by really fast. It is insane. Like right now where we're at, to me it would have felt like it's barely the end of January, but we're like midway through February. And we're right around the corner from Valentine's Day. Well, a little fun conversation. What are y'all gonna do Valentine's Day? Are y'all gonna game? Y'all gonna go out with a girl? Do y'all have any girls? What's going on? I mean, me, a little bit of a life update. Not really important, but I am single now. I have been single since 2 days before Thanksgiving. It was mainly just me calling it off. No, I don't want to get too personal, but it's just things weren't working out. I felt stuck being with a person. And a little bit of advice I can give for y'all if you are in a relationship where the girl's like really, really hot and you don't want to get out because she's like really hot. If you know you're being treated like shit and you know you're in a relationship that like you're not happy in, but you want to stay because like she's really hot, looks isn't enough to give a person. If you know you need to get out, you know you're like constantly getting mad, you're constantly contemplating breaking up with a person, honestly just end it. Don't stick around. You're just making yourself more miserable. You're gonna end up hating the person, and for your sanity, for your mental state, just call it off. And if you're with someone who you really love and you think is the one, man, give it your all. Take care of your girl, you know, have fun. It's hard to find love these days. How with how non-committal people are. Have fun, and if you have Valentine, if you have like someone you're gonna spend Valentine's Day with, check them out. Over here where I'm at, we're having a carnival and everything here, so do that, man. Enjoy your time. Enjoy something nice. Don't allow your insecurities to overcome your happiness. There's a lot of stuff I can give. There's a lot of stuff I can talk about with relationships and more advice I can give. Yo, why do I have such? Oh my freaking! Why am I? Huh? Anyways, yeah. Um. Oh, it's vampire mode. That's why. Yeah, just keep that in mind. Just take care of yourselves, take care of your loved ones if you're there. If you have a partner, take care of her, have fun, enjoy the moments. And if you're in, like I said, if you're in a relationship that's not good for you, get out. Save yourself the heartbreak, save yourself all the bullshit. Go to therapy if you need it. Just prioritize your mental health this year. But yeah, if you want to hear me ramble about life and stuff, let me know in the comments below. I'm all for that too. I have, like I said, a lot of life. I have a lot of advice, a lot of things I want to pass down. I want to have a community that I can go help out and talk to and stuff. Maybe help guide some of y'all, get you out of your little funks, because not a lot of people are happy in the big 2026, especially with all the stuff going on in the world. Um, and I'm here to offer sort of like a little getaway from all that, get you some advice, give you some relationship advice, talk about life, teach you all some stuff. Um, yeah, let me know what you want to see. If you're interested in seeing a video like that, let me know. If that's something you want, by all means, tell me your story down below. Maybe I'll make a video about it, give you advice, talk about what's going on, and we'll see what's up. Now, with that being said, like I said, catch you all later. I know it's Wednesday, and if you're watching this tomorrow, happy Thursday. Be safe and have a nice weekend. Peace.
Another job well executed.